When your friend remains friends with your enemy, you better trabaye. Welcome once again to this channel. If you're just coming across it, smash on the subscription button and please like and share this video. And if you've been here with us on this platform day in, day out, returning subscriber, I say thank you for always coming back. Today's update is about Toyin Abraham and Wunmi Toriola. Both of them excellent actress, depending on how you want to see them. They know how to interpret their roles very well. Now, I'm going to take you a little bit back. When Toyin Abraham and Adeniyi Johnson had problems, marital issues, it all came out on social media. A lot of things started tumbling out and it became very tense. And you know how it is. Different party fans, factions supporting each other right, left, and center. And Wunmi Toriola quickly jumped on the bandwagon of Adeniyi Johnson and his new wife. You know what she started doing? Pepper them. She started doing that shading. She will take pictures with Adeniyi Johnson's new wife and Adeniyi Johnson, and she would begin to post some things that are kind of hurtful, irrelevant. I wouldn't know if Toyin Abraham and Wunmi Toriola had issues. Of course, Wunmi Toriola is also someone who is very energetic, if you see her performing her role. And Toyin Abraham also, she is that kind of energetic person. So when two of these type of people clash or they meet, there is always this face-off. One person feels that I'm better, I am good. In fact, Wunmi Toriola, at that time, she granted the interview, she said, me and Toyin Abraham, we are age mates, and she's just trying to be this. Both of us are this, and meaning you know past me, I know past you. Stop putting your shoulders up. But a lot of people like Toyin Abraham. Toyin Abraham is just likable. Forget it. Whatever it is, Toyin Abraham is likable. Now, when it comes to stardom, comes to fame, comes to shine, comes to being luminous, we know that Toyin Abraham is on point. She is extremely rich. You cannot compare her to Wunmi Toriola. They say glory past glory. Well, maybe tomorrow Wunmi Toriola might also rise. We are not putting anyone down here on this platform. So let's get back to it. So back then, when Adeniyi Johnson and Toyin Abraham had problems, Wunmi Toriola would do a lot of shady, would do a lot of things like that. And, it was so hurtful. People were like, what? Really? But right now, you know what it is? Wunmi Toriola is going through her own battles. Although she came back then to apologize to Toyin Abraham, like, oh, I was just doing this because of that. It is not right. But right now, she's going through her own breakup of marriage. In fact, she said that she had been trying to pamper the marriage. Every time she would apologize, she became Mrs. Apology. Always apologizing, even when the man does something wrong, all in a bid to keep that marriage together. I think she is now experiencing what it is to have problems in your marriage. It is serious. In those days, she would shade Toyin Abraham, say, oh, fake ring, fake engagement, fake this, fake that. And she was shocked, and everybody was shocked when eventually Toyin Abraham got pregnant. Pregnancy is more powerful than wedding ring. That is the truth, no matter how you want to see it. Pregnancy is the ID card, is the stamp that shows that this person and this person confirm. Even if they break apart, there is always one connector. So when Toyin Abraham came with the baby bump, they said, is it a fake pregnancy? Is it this? Is it that? Well, you know the story. The baby came, and eventually Toyin Abraham shut the mouth of her enemies. Presently, Wunmi Toriola is biting her fingers of regret. Why? Toyin Abraham is so great in whatever it is that she's doing. Like I said, Wunmi Toriola apologized later, and Toyin Abraham invited her into some of her movies that she's into. She's also a director, apart from acting. Invited her to do one or two things. And the reason why Wunmi Toriola quickly came to apologize and jumped back into the life of Toyin Abraham, even though it cannot remain the same when your friend. And now we know that Wunmi Toriola is a junior according to age, as per age, to Toyin Abraham. But we are not looking at age now. But when you have a friend or someone who is your closer to you somehow, someone that you rub your mind with, when that person quickly jumps out of your life, join body with someone that is your enemy, someone that you're having problems with, you know what it is? when the person chooses sides. I know that this is life. People can choose side and decide on whatever it is, but it's hurtful. Now, Wunmi Toriola knows that if I have not done this, if I had not done this at all, maybe as the star of Toyin Abraham is shining. Look at the movies that she's putting out there. Look at how much she has written. She said one of the movies she made, they gave her 40 million naira. That's not a joke. 40M. Come on, that's something. So if she had partner, if she had joined body without betraying, you see, she didn't choose the side that has profit. She just went with one side. No, well, we don't know what it is anyway. But she's regretting like, oh, if I had not done this, by now, Toyin Abraham would take me everywhere. Every movie, Toyin Abraham will always find something for me, because it's not easy for these actresses. If they don't get jobs, how can they feed? And they have to keep face. They have to look shiny. They have to put on the right lipsticks. They have to use the best makeup. They have to appear like everything is fresh when it is so difficult for them. It is not easy. So if you don't have it and you don't want to prostitute yourself, it's not going to be easy. Look at Toyin Abraham. Toyin Abraham is not part of those people who will sell her body. God gave her the talent. The talent is there, and she's able to roll through it, even though she had challenges in life too, as anybody will have or can have. We are all human beings at the end of the day. So when Wunmi Toriola received cane from Adeniyi Johnson's wife, that is when she decided to retrace her steps. Like, I thought I was embracing the best place. Now that I've been whipped, now that they bite me, then she decided to jump back into Toyin Abraham's arms. Like, you know what? We are sisters at the end of the day. But you know the funniest thing, like I was saying about Wunmi Toriola's marriage. It is another woman that decided to penetrate and divide. You see, apart from challenges that she says she's experiencing, which are part of the problems, another woman has decided to snatch. Another woman has decided to get into the life of her husband. Now, the saddest part of breakup is when you have a child for the person. You see, particularly if it is irreconcilable differences, a relationship that you cannot come back to. Look at Toyin Abraham's situation. She didn't even have a child for Mr. Ben Johnson, Adeniyi Johnson. No, not at all. So that breakup, the divide can easily go. It's just a little bit of emotion, and that's the end of it. But when you have a child for the person, when you break up, there is always something, a reminder, something that will connect you. Maybe it's Father's Day, Mother's Day, the children are having this, the child is sick, you want to keep custody of the child for some time. All of those things will always connect you together. But in our own case, there is no way out. You must always have that reminder, always visible reminder, particularly if the child now looks like the man that you don't want to be with again. If the child now looks like a woman or something like that, you know how it is. So every day there is a reminder. What about the money for his feeding? You won't send it. Is it because of those your useless women? Blah, blah, blah. You better send it. There is always going to be quarrel. Reminder. Children are very powerful. They connect two things together, even if those two things do not match. This life, there is a lot of lessons to learn. That is just the reality of it. There's a lot of lessons to learn, because if Adeniyi Johnson's wife did not show this Wunmi Toriola pepper, she would have thought that, shading Toyin Abraham is the best. Let me tell her whatever I want to tell her. Or who is she? Sometimes there is this envy, and particularly if two strong-headed people are together, one person will want to, kind of suppress the other, like, I am the one. And you feel bad, like, what can she do? What talent does she have? How many roles can she interpret? Well, in life, it's not just what you can do. You might be lucky sometimes you are in the same field, doing the same thing. You have the same style, the same destiny, but it's not yet your own time. You see? Or the person has something extra that he or she is imputing into whatever it is that they do. And that little thing, that extra thing, gives them the upper hand or gives them the edge over you. You see, that's just what it is. I'm not going to say Wunmi Toriola does not know how to interpret her role. She doesn't know how to. She's very good when it comes to the aggressive one or whatever. She has that thing about her that she has kept for a while to put herself into that picture, the role that you want her. But Toyin Abraham too, come on, she is good at what she does. There's no story that we want to talk about it. And when it comes to the English aspect of it, both of them can interpret their roles excellently, you see. So it's a lesson to learn in life that you just don't begin to. You have to choose your fight. You have to choose who to support. It's not every time you want to say, I'm going to support that one, I'm going to shade this. No, you have to be very careful. You have to look at the long run of it, like, no, don't let me be short-sighted. Don't let me be short-sighted. Unless Wunmi Toriola will come out to say, Toyin Abraham did this to me. I've been keeping it. And it was time for me to show her that, hey, come, you are not the only one in this world. Don't think I'm going to keep your, you keep these things that you keep firing at me every time. It's time to show you your own. Do not forget to like and share this video. And if you're new here, please tap on the subscription. And if you're a returning subscriber, I say thanks for always coming.